Nick Baldwin for BloodyElbow.com here with LFA light heavyweight fighter Mike Biggie Rhodes, who defeated Christian Torres via unanimous decision here tonight in Prior Lake, Minnesota at LFA 68. Mike, congratulations on the win. You said off the air a second ago, not exactly the way you wanted it. How come?
I think that for me, man, I'm a perfectionist, and in a grueling fight like that, even though I said it was going to be a war, I was cool with that, but I just wanted to do more. I felt like maybe I could have picked my shots a little bit differently. I felt like I could have hit him a little bit cleaner, and I feel like I, could have had the ability to finish the fight, which is ultimately what we want to do as martial artists. Is we want to prove that we're better, not because a judge or somebody thought I was, but I wanted to put a stamp on it and show that I was the better guy.
You said, you told me before the fight, you thought this guy was going to come forward, it would be a war. Was it what you were expecting? How it played out, was that what you were expecting?
Yeah, I was expecting him to come forward, but his timing was so different. Usually with a brawler like that, it's one punch right after another. He actually had pretty good off-rhythm stuff that allowed him to kind of land some shots that, even though I seen them coming, it was almost like a change-up. Like it was off speed and off timing, and that actually worked in his favor. So he hit me with a couple shots, but I fought some heavy hitters before. You know what I mean? And so people said that they were surprised that I was able to take those. I wasn't. I knew what I'm capable of, and I know how tough I am. I don't want to show that though. You know what I mean? I want to keep that under wraps and just show people how skilled I am. But I'm tough too.
Those shots in the first round, you said, it doesn't sound like they affected you. Did you feel them?
Yeah, that first left hook he hit me with, not a pain thing, but it kind of closed my eye a little bit, and so I was like seeing a little bit like black spots and stuff like that. So it kind of actually messed up my depth perception. So I was kind of seeing things late, you know what I mean? And so it took me to kind of blink that out, get the wits about me, and then just listen to my coaches, telling me to get to my jab, which is one of my better punches. And so they're like, get that jab going, be loose with it, and just get back to being you, move. I was trying to prove that I was tough. Like I said, I wanted the war, and so in my mind, I think I kind of put that in myself to like, stay there, let's go to war, where I knew I could be the faster, more fluid moving fighter just because I'm coming up a weight class, and I know my style and my movement is there, but people do want to see you bite down on your mouth guard sometimes and throw. And I said I wouldn't get drawn into that, but I think I talked myself into it a little bit.
Speaking of which, how did you feel upper weight class at 205?
I felt fine. Obviously, I think that through strength and conditioning with my coach Matt Gifford at Next Level, I can change my physique a little bit. I feel like I can put on a little bit more muscle. I feel like I can just tighten up things where I can be a little bit more explosive, a little bit more powerful at this weight class because I don't have to diminish myself so much. So it was a great first run. Obviously, plenty of things I can work on, but my coach told me just be happy. I'm so wanting of being perfect, even though I probably won't ever achieve that, but I expect more for myself than I could ever expect out of anybody else. And so right after the fight, I'm shaking my head in the cage. I wasn't happy. I won, but I wasn't happy because I know I can do more and I know I'm capable of more.
The judges had a 29-28 for you across the board. It seemed like he won the first round and you picked up the second too. Was that a matter of you had a bit of a slow start because it's been a while since you fought, or did he just come out very quickly?
No, I think he came out and did what he was supposed to do. I'm not going to say, because I had a layoff, this is what happened. No, he caught me with some good punches. He made me want to clinch a little bit early, like I said, with that punch where I kind of, messed up my vision a little bit. But I'm so well-rounded, man, and that's almost a gift and a curse because, sometimes you want to stick with something when you could easily transition and flow into something else, but you're so hard-headed because you want to do this one thing. It took me until about the second round to really realize that, I need to put it all together. In order for my striking to be great, I need to threaten the wrestling. And for my wrestling to be great, I need to land better strikes. And for my grappling to be there, I needed to hit them and control them more. So honestly, for me, it's just putting it all together, and I'm still learning how to do that. I'm so young in the sport. I'm figuring out how to make it flow and how it all come together.
Did you enjoy fighting for LFA?
Yeah, I talked to Ed back in the day, after the fight, and we reminisced about my first fight with the RFA. Took it on like 3 days' notice against Brandon Thatch, and after that fight, he sat me down in the morning and talked to me. He said, "Hey, take this money. I know it's not a lot, but invest in yourself. Do the things that can help you to be a better fighter later on." And so I'm still doing that to this day. So it was great to see him shake his hand afterwards and, understand that he's been around for my ride and he's still here and he's willing to help me, get back to where I belong. He's willing to allow me to fight on the show. So I'm very happy, excited, elated for that opportunity, and I'm gonna hopefully, like I said, I won, but put on better performances so that they'll keep me on the TV portion of the card. They'll keep giving me fights, and I'll keep using this avenue to get where I belong.
2 in a row for you now. You mentioned in our interview yesterday that you actually, before signing with Bellator, just after signing with Bellator, you got a Contender Series offer that, of course, you weren't able to take. Where does this one put you? What is next for you?
I don't think the Contender Series is the move for me. Honestly, I think, I'm a realist. You know, like I told you before in our other interview, I'm very realistic with myself. On the Contender Series, they want young guys, with newer records, or they want guys with a lot of KOs, or they want guys that look a certain way. That show needs ratings. That show needs certain requirements, and I don't think I fit that. I think my record is not as clean as it probably needs to be on that show. But trust me, if they call me and ask me to fight somebody on that show, there's not a person walking this earth that I wouldn't fight. So I would definitely take that opportunity, but I think I'm going to have to take that hard road. I think I'm going to have to go around, smack up some people in their hometowns, go fight this show, fight that show, fight the guy that nobody wants to fight, and win. And then, at that point, they won't have any choice but to take me.
Mike Biggie Rhodes, thank you for the time, and congrats again on the victory.
Thank you.